Happy Thursday, everybody. Marlene, aka Snow Gardener 307. If you are brand new here, welcome. If you're an oldie but a goodie, thanks for sticking around throughout all of the hot mess that I call Snow Gardener 307. Today I decided to go ahead and start outside because it is a beautiful day out and I wanted to share some of my flowers with you. Now this year I decided to go with a yellow, a purple, and a white theme. And so I'm going to include some pictures, but all the way at the end. So if you don't care about gardening, you don't have to worry about it. But today we are here for my husband's budget. We are not just doing one budget today. We're doing two budgets today. That's right, you guys. He got paid 2 weeks ago. I figured out his budget, but I never filmed it. I never cash stuffed it. So we're going to do the budget from 2 weeks ago plus today's budget. And I'm going to try my hardest to get back on schedule. But life is lifing, right? Summer is passing us by. And I do have to tell you guys, I planned on filming this video yesterday, but instead I played hooky with my husband and we did an impromptu travel trip to Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and we ate lunch at the $1 Million Cowboy. So we also, for the first time, rode on his motorcycle. I'll include a picture of us as well at the very end of this on his motorcycle. So let's go ahead and stop talking about all the other things and stuff, and let's start budgeting.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Let's go ahead and jump right into this. As I told you guys, we've got two-week budgets for my husband because life has been crazy the past couple weeks, and we've got a ton of cash. We've got two separate stacks, and I'm hoping that this is the first stack and that's the second stack, but to be honest with you guys, I kind of move things around, and so we'll see, because there is a difference between the first paycheck to paycheck budget and the second one, although not a ton. So let's go ahead and jump into the paycheck for my husband. That was 2 weeks ago, and this was for July 9th. And all of the bills have already been paid on this. I just didn't film it, and I didn't stuff the cash. So his paycheck was $4,676.66. My husband worked over 180 hours in 2 weeks for this paycheck. That's right, everybody. A ton goes to retirement. We also pay for insurance. We also are maxing out our HSA. So it is a lot of withdrawals on that. We're going to go ahead and round down, and we're going to use $4,650. And for his bills, you're going to see there is a lot of credit card for this bill. A lot of credit cards, I guess I should say. So the first thing we're going to go ahead and do is put $500 towards the Honduras expense. And then we've got Citibank. And this one right here was more for Honduras because I went ahead and charged the rest of the trip for Honduras onto the Citibank. This $500 right here will go towards paying for scuba diving and such. And then his Cabela's card owed $9.95, so not bad, some sort of subscription or something. $10.05 is going to round up to Australia. His Capital One Venture card, this is the card that he uses for his daily food. All of the expenses he has when he's out of town was $869.70. We're going to go ahead and round that up to $875 for $530 to go towards Australia. Then we've got the Hyatt card. This was for half of the hotel expense that we had from our recent trip. He paid half, I paid half. And Sam's Club, we got a little bit excited at Sam's Club. We did multiple trips to Sam's Club. Also with having my birthday, my 50th birthday celebration in Utah, part of this was for that. So he's putting $200 to that. So $3,795 pretty much is going to expenses that were put on the credit card. We always pay off our credit cards every single month. That is the biggest tip I can give you if you use credit cards. I know you guys have heard this before, but that is the only way that we can use credit cards now. So we've got $855 left over. So we have got all of our sinking funds here: subscriptions, garbage, motorcycle insurance, land tax, escrow, pets, home, Sam's, and savings challenge. All of those add up to $820. We've got $35 that's going to go into the rollover, and we've got $1,535 going to Australia. So I have got my cash breakdown right here. This should be this stack of cash right here. We'll know very quickly if it's not. Oh, actually, yes, it is, because this one doesn't have a 10. There's only a $10 difference, I think. Well, $110 difference between the stacks, if I remember correctly. So let's go ahead and get these stuffed and get started with this. So we have got all of the cash that we need, plus the placeholders, placeholders are fake cash. They have stickers on them. I'm not here trying to pretend like these are real cash or anything like that. So I am going to go ahead and put my real cash towards the back of my little cash holder here. We'll put that towards the back, and we've got our fake cash right here in the front to make things a little bit easier. So we've got 5s, we've got 20s, and we've got a couple 50s. Now I do have some fake $100 bills here. That is just in case I need to do a bill exchange, because I'm kind of running out of 20s. So I'm hoping some of these categories I can keep my 20s and put 100 in instead. So let's go jump right into subscriptions for Mr. Snow Gardener, and subscriptions right here. So we're going to be adding in $25 to subscriptions. So 25, and we cannot do a bill exchange because we have got 140 in there. I'm going to leave the 10 and 2 5s because, like I said, I don't have a ton of 20s. And then we've got garbage that is going to be getting $20 as well. And so we've got 60 here. You know what? Let's go ahead. Let me grab out a different bill exchange for this. I have got more 10s and more 50s than I do 20s. So I am going to go ahead and swap out these 3 20s for a 50 and a 10, just because I'm running out of placeholders. I might need to order some more from Amazon. A lot of people ask me where I get them. I do get them from Amazon. Then motorcycle insurance, even though, did I just put $25 into garbage? I think I did. I'm going to pull this 5. Let's see. I did. It was only supposed to have 20. I apologize, you guys. It only needed 20. I didn't see that. Motorcycle insurance needs 25. And here we are again with $40. So we've got that. He also has 400. So he has $440 for motorcycle insurance. He has 2 motorcycles, and believe it or not, he may be buying a 3rd motorcycle. And then we have got, let's see, holidays. He's not putting anything in. Gifts. He's not putting any money into any of these right now. So that's it for this paycheck for that binder. Of course, we are going to need more for the next paycheck. So we've done these 3 right here. Now we're going to go ahead and jump into our adulting category. Boring, right? So we have got $25 that needs to go into land tax. So land tax is going to go ahead and get $25. No such luck on saving those 20s. So 25. And land tax, this is for land that my husband and I own. We own 6 acres. We've already paid for it, so all we pay is land tax every year. We've got $100, $200, $342 in there right now. And I can't remember, what was it last year? Let's see. It was $587 last year. I'm sure it's going to go up. And then we've got our escrow, and we're going to go ahead and put $50 in. And the $50 is going to go into tax. And so we'll go ahead and grab this 50. But as you can see, I do have 2 50s. So I am going to go ahead and exchange those for one of the 100s. I try to keep as few bills in here as I can. And the next paycheck we'll add in for insurance, because tax is 50 and insurance is 60. We do carry our own escrow, which means that our mortgage stays the same every single time, which is so nice. Now pets, we're going to go ahead and put cash into pets. We're going to grab 2 50s right here and add this into pets. The pets will be going to the groomers, so I wanted to make sure that I had enough. We did just buy another litter robot from a friend for $250. So I took that out of the pet fund. So we now have 21, 28 in the bank. So it does seem like we continue to go down, but that's okay. So for cash and pets, we have 51, 52, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 35. So 335 in cash gives us plenty for them to get groomed. And we are going to be putting more cash in here with the next paycheck, this other stack that you see. Now he's going to go ahead and put $25 into home. And that's it for the fake cash. Now I'm confusing myself. So where did I drop another 5? I don't know. I'm going to have to do that on the edit and see. If you guys know, let me know. Unless I had one too many 5s there. So for home, we've got some money in the bank, obviously, and some money in cash. So let's do a recap for home. We've got 1,000, 2,000, 2,500, 26, 27, 20, 30, 39. And then in cash, we've got 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75, and $79 in cash. So just a little bit going into home. And then Sam's Club is going to get a $50 placeholder. So $50 for Sam's. That should be it for my placeholders. It is, except for this 5. I will figure that out. And then we have got savings challenge money. So all the rest of this money is for savings challenges. A majority of this goes to our mortgage. Of course, if you watch my shorts on YouTube or you head over to Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, you'll see that I started out with $100, but I do not have $100 anymore because I did do a buck search. So I'm going to move this into the savings challenge money, which I did not grab out my envelope for that. So if I sound like I'm farther away, that's because I am farther away. So I'll go ahead and move this in where it needs to go. And I'm going to do this right now while we're on camera because I don't want, with 2 different paydays, I don't want the cash getting mixed up and not going where it needs to. So it's way easier just to go ahead and move it in. So let me show you what our cash looks like right now for savings challenges. There was already money in the envelope, and now there's more money, and we're going to be adding more because the savings challenges help keep us on track and help keep us motivated. So I can go ahead and flip this page over, and I've got my next paycheck to paycheck budget. So again, I've got fake cash in the front here, and you're not going to see much difference as far as our actual cash stuffing for our savings challenges and such. I'm just going to use the front 2 for those. I've already went through these ones as well and pulled out all of the A bucks, B bucks, D bucks, and G bucks. So let's go ahead and put these where they need to go. And then we will start another budget and another cash stuffing. We're also going to be doing savings challenges at the end of this video. I apologize for not doing this in 2 separate videos, but life just wouldn't let me. So for this paycheck, you're going to see something a little bit different. We've got a little bit smaller of a paycheck, $3,554.92. We also have some sinking fund money coming in. There's $350. Part of this is for parts that we needed for my truck that used to be my mother's truck. So my husband had paid for those. So I pulled $300 out of my auto sinking fund and put it into his budget. We also have $50 from my daughter's sinking fund, Julia. We took her out for sushi. So I put in $350 into his budget to help pay for that. You're going to see that we've got a couple big bills. We've got our mortgage that's going to come out on the 1st. And then his Capital One Venture card has $1,350. $350 was the expenses I just told you about. Another $1,000 was other expenses that he had paid. Mr. Snow Gardener has gotten himself into the bad habit where he is actually behind when you consider how we like to budget. We like to have money in sinking funds before we spend the money. And Mr. Snow Gardener has been spending the money and cash flowing it. So it's getting paid off every month, but he's not able to add money into his sinking funds because he's spending it before it goes into the sinking funds. I hope that makes sense. We just had a discussion about that today. We do talk about our finances quite often. And while we technically budget separately, we have merged a lot more of our expenditures and stuff together. And we may eventually merge completely, but we do like having our own spending money so we don't have to explain every dollar that we spend to each other. That's just what works for us. You guys do whatever works for you. So we've got mortgage $1,500, Capital One Venture $1,350. I didn't do any roundup for Australia on this paycheck. That left him with $1,050. Then we needed some cash for my wallet. So this is an extra $100 here that we didn't have the last time. And then also we have got extra money over here because we added $100 into vacation. But if you look at the rest of these, they are the same except for escrow. So we've got $930 going into sinking funds here, $20 for a rollover, easy peasy. So for his whole monthly budget, Let's see what his income was for the 2 paychecks, because you guys don't get to see them normally together. So his monthly income was $8,231.58 for what he brought home for the month. So, hey, not too shabby. He does work way too hard. And I think a lot of us feel like we work too hard. I know I do. All right, let's try to do this and let's see if I cannot make a mistake this time. So when you look at my cash envelope breakdown, when you see numbers that are circled, that means I'm using placeholders. If they're not circled, that is cash. And vacation, I did not add in a number there, so I actually need to go ahead and grab one of these extra $100 placeholders for vacation. And I don't actually even have the vacation binder out yet, so we'll just have to set it aside. So we are going to be doing the same thing. So you see here, we've got vroom vroom, we've got guy things and stuff, we have got holidays and gifts and stuff like that, but he's not stuffing any of that this time because, of course, as I just explained, he has been overspending. So here we go. We've got our $25 going into subscriptions. And I want to do a bill exchange. I'm not going to use 100, but I am going to go ahead and grab out 2 20s and 2 5s and go ahead and put a 50 in. I'm not going to count these because, of course, I already counted these just a second ago. So I'm not going to worry about that. So 25 into subscriptions and then 20 into garbage. So we're going to go ahead and add a 20 into there. I don't know if I took a 5 out of here that I shouldn't have. I have not edited, obviously. I'm still filming. Then we've got motorcycle insurance is going to go ahead and get another 25. So we should be able to exchange that for a 50. And we sure can. So 25. So we're going to take this and exchange that for a 50. That way we've got some more 20s to be able to stuff. Then we've got land tax, which is going to get $25, which is in a different binder. So let's go ahead and grab this adulting binder and do land tax. Go ahead and scroll on back. Land tax. And we're going to do the same thing with this one. We're going to go ahead and switch this out for 50. So 25 and 25 equal 50. Sometimes when I do the bill exchanges, I do mess myself up. That is the nice thing about recording. I can find my mistakes. Sometimes I don't know that I've made a mistake, and so that does make it a little bit more difficult. Then we've got escrow. Now, escrow is going to get $60 this time instead of just the $50, and that's because this is for insurance. So we need $50 going into insurance. So let's take a look and see, and we can do a bill exchange here too. We're going to go ahead and grab an extra 100 and exchange these 2 50s out. I'm going to leave those 2 10s in there just because, like I told you guys, I don't have a ton of 20s right now. So we've got $1,000, $1,100, $1,200, and $24 in insurance. I counted that one because technically we didn't add to insurance the last time. Then we've got pets. We're going to go ahead and do another 100 in cash. So we've probably got plenty in cash. And the next month, for sure, all of it needs to go in placeholders because we've got $300 just in 50s for pets. And it was nice getting that litter robot at used price, about half, if probably less than half, probably a third is what we paid. Then we've got home that's going to get another $25. So let's go ahead and grab 20. No, we are doing 20 and 5. I was like, wait a second, what are we doing here? 25 for home. Get this in the right order. So 25. And then we should probably go ahead and swap that out for a 50. We will make it a little bit easier that way. Perfect. Doing 2 budgets at the same time is a little bit tough for me if you guys can't tell. The other thing that I didn't do for myself that I normally do is I normally write PH for placeholder next to the dollar amount. This helps keep me on track. And also, I normally am only doing 1 and try to pay a little bit better attention. So I have still got a 20 here. And I don't know if I forgot to stuff something or what, but man, we are not doing great today. So we've got $50 for Sam's Club. So we're going to go ahead and put that in here. And with paying the extra to Sam's Club and having this in here, I believe we will now have paid for all of our expenditures. And then we are going to go ahead and add $100 into vacation. So between the two stuffings, I've got $25 here that I may have made a mistake on, or maybe I just pulled the wrong amount. That could happen too, but I'm pretty sure it's a mistake. I'm just going to go ahead and write vacation on this placeholder right here, because if I don't, I won't remember what it's for, and I'm not going to grab that vacation binder out right now. And then we've got all of our savings challenge money. We do have a lot of savings challenge money added into our budget. And often I get the question, why don't you just make an extra payment to the mortgage with that $500 instead of doing savings challenges? And my answer is always the same. The reason why is because it gets quite boring paying off debt. And also it helps keep me motivated. Not so much my husband, because he's not doing savings challenges right now, but for me, it helps me stay so motivated. And that is exactly what it takes to be on a debt-free journey. Some people may have a small amount of debt and they might be able to pay it off in a year. We had a large amount of debt, and so it has taken us several years. Now, we could already be debt-free. I'm almost positive we could already be debt-free if we did not take vacations, if we did not give ourselves spending money, if we didn't eat out, if we went gazelle intense, as Dave Ramsey calls it. However, both my husband and I had decided very early on that life is too short. We didn't want to spend all of that time paying for our debt and having something happen and miss out on life. That is just us. As I said, budgeting and debt journeys are personal. You have to figure out what works for you. For me, gazelle intense wouldn't work. So you can see I've got a lot of money here to play with this next month. And of course, I do my daily games, which go check those out on Facebook. I do my daily mortgage games. Plus, I have savings challenges like what we're going to do right now. And I also have like a scratch off Saturday. The scratch off Saturday is actually going to Christmas. So part of this money will go to other things. But today we are going to go ahead and do a large number of savings challenges. We're going to go ahead and do $300 to savings challenges today. That's right. So let's go ahead and grab our cash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. I almost grabbed out the right thing. So $40 in ones. And if we need to, you can tell we can make change. So 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 90. 90. Let's see. Let me make sure. 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 40, 50. Wait. 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 50. That's what I wanted. So we've got 90 there. So 90. So that's 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So 150. And then we're going to go ahead and do 3 or 5 20s, 20, 40, 60, 81. And we're going to go ahead and grab 150 from the back here. That's right, everybody. We are doing a lot of savings challenges today. I have a goal that I would like to try to continue these long videos. I know a lot of you guys enjoy these long videos, and I miss filming these long videos. And so today I'm like, we are going to be working towards that goal of those long videos. So we've got all kinds of savings challenges to do. We've got some new savings challenges to do, and we've got some oldies, but some goodies. Now, if you guys ever watched my husband do his savings challenges, then you would have known he had been working on this 52-week savings challenge for a long time. And this is by Ren and Champagne. So if you're interested, I'm not sure if they have this one, but we're going to go ahead and look and see what he has not colored in. So we've got this page here and this page. That's it, you guys. Look at all of these large numbers he has already saved. So I need to grab down some markers, and we're going to go ahead and do a large quantity of these for Mr. Snow Gardener. And of course, all of these are going to be going into the same thing, into mortgage. But he had said it would be nice to get this book finished up. So let's go ahead and grab a color. We're going to grab this color right here. And we're going to roll, we're not going to completely finish this. We're going to roll a D6 die. And we're going to count through and see which ones we're going to fill. Let's see, we've got 4 on this page and 5 on that page. Let's go ahead and fill in 5. Let's do more than half. So 1. So we're going to do 15. And go ahead and grab that. So 10 and 15. Let's roll again. And we got 5. So I'm going to count across 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're going to go ahead and do 22. So that's 2 rolls. Now we're going to count from where we are this time. Is that what we did the last time? Yeah, we did. We're going to count from where we are. So 4, 1, 2, 3, go back, and 4. So 16. So that's 3. So 10, 15, and 16. And 1, we're going to go ahead and color in the 18, 10, 15, 16, 17, and 18. All right. And let's roll again. And 3. 1, 2, and 3. $23. So now there's only 4 left in this, and I would love to finish this for Mr. Snow Gardener next month. And I forgot to grab out a sticky note so we could keep track of our money going to our mortgage. Let me grab a sticky note, and we're just going to call this one HP, because if you know, you know, right? So HP, and let's see how much we're adding to the budget for Mr. Snow Gardener's book. I know some of you guys have said you really miss Mr. Snow Gardener coming in and doing his savings challenges. With his schedule, there is no way, and it's a lack of schedule. He oftentimes doesn't have any days off, then all of a sudden he'll have a few days off, or he'll have a few hours off. So let's see what we've got. So we've got 20, 40, 55, no. We've got 20, 40, 50, 60, 75, 85, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90, 1, 2, 3, and 4. $94 right there. So that was a big chunk of our money, but that was one of those that I just really have been looking at and wanting to do and complete it for not only me, but for Mr. Snow Gardener too. And I almost fell over in my chair. Woo! Had a little bit of a heart attack there. Just a little baby heart attack. Okay, now let's go ahead and do our shut the box. And so we need our 3 dice out here. And let me get these markers out of the way because I feel like they're all up in our business. And we need a couple of these. And let's go ahead and do blue. And let's do that orange. Okay, or whatever color it is. There we go. And those are the 2 placeholders that I'm not sure where they go. So shut the box. We'll go ahead and add this right here. And we're going to go ahead and finish this page out. So we're going to play twice today. And we're going to go ahead and color with the blue marker for whatever we roll. As always, I will say no whammies, big bucks, big bucks. And we're going to add all of these up. So we've got a 9. The way that shut the box works is you add up all of the dice and then you color in 1, 2, or 3 numbers. This version is my original version. So if you want this one, you can head on over to my website. That's what I recommend because my website is always cheaper than my Etsy. And that is snowgardener307.com. Then we've got a 14. That was a fabulous one. We're going to go ahead and do 12 and 2. And let's keep rolling. We've got an 8. We've got a 13. Can we do a 13? Right? That's 13, 5, 9, 13. So 11 plus 4 is 15. This equals 11 as well. And a 1. We are done already, you guys. So we've got 11 plus 5 and 6 is 11. 22, 26, 27. Woo! Shut the box was a little bit mean today. 27? Really? So we're going to do this more than once. So I'll just write down 27 and do a plus sign. I'm also going to go ahead and grab out 27 so that I don't forget to grab it out. Let's go ahead and play again. We need some different colors. I feel like we should do green and a different orange. I guess that was pink technically the last time. Well, let's go ahead and do this orange, I guess. Here we go. And so we have got 8 plus 5 is 13. We're going to go ahead and do 12 and 1. Sometimes mental math when I'm filming is so hard. And we've got 5. I think mental math anytime is hard, but then we've got 9. Let's see if we can shut the box. I haven't shut the box this sheet. I would love to do it. So we've got 11 plus 2 is 13. We're going to go ahead and do 10 and 3. And we've got another 13. So we'll go ahead and do 11 and 2. All right, dice, let's be nice now. We've got 14. So we can do an 8 and a 6. And now we're going to go down to 2 dice. So if we roll a 7, a 4, or an 11, we're still alive. And we rolled an 8. So we are not alive. So that is $11 for this one. So plus 11 on our little scorekeeper here. This shut the box is all done. And like I said, if you like this style of game, it's so much fun. You get the printable, you can print it over and over and save that way. So let's double count our money here to make sure I did the right thing. We should have $38. And yes, it does look like I did the right thing. So $38 going into our stack of what we have saved already for our savings. Now, let's go ahead and do our SG307 shut the box, shall we? We're going to go ahead and roll 2 dice. I need a permanent black marker, which I don't have out, but I've got in my dresser. Not my dresser, my desk drawer. We'll just add it to this shut the box. If you haven't seen this shut the box before, the concept behind this one is to roll one of every side of the die. So we've got our heads and our tails. So we've got what the duck's head and what the duck's tail. So you guys get the concept. So we've got a Georgette head and a Fred Jr. tail. We've got a Fred Jr. head and a Fred Jr. tail. Now we already marked in the tail, so we're going to go ahead and use one of our free boxes. We only have one free box. So, there's another. So we've got a What the Duck head and a Fred Jr. tail. Okay, we're not dead in the water yet. We need a What the Duck tail and a Georgette tail. Let's see if we're able to do it. We didn't get either, so we're going to go ahead and just save $4 for this one. 1, 2, actually, we're going to grab $1 here and grab a 5. And so we'll add $4 into shut the box. And I just do that as one line item when I'm adding it in for the budget. Now, I missed doing another Ready, Budget, Go dice game. So I decided to go ahead and pull this one out. And we need to decide how much we're going to save when we roll this stuff. So I thought it would be fun to go ahead and roll dice to decide. We're going to make these bigger. We're going to make these bigger because this is hard to get these things, right? So it says all other dice rolls we can save, and we're going to save $1 if we don't get any of these things. So we're going to save something for every dice roll. Then it says we may hold dice and re-roll. I'm going to let myself re-roll 3 times. That means 4 total rolls. Now, this is a D12, so let's see if I'm going to regret this. So we're going to save $5 for the diamonds. We're going to save $5 for 3 cherries. We're going to save $7 for watermelons. We're going to save $5 for the oranges. Geez, the 5 is popular, isn't it? Ooh, there's a big one. What is that? 11. We're going to save $11 for plums. $8 for our lemons. And now I'm only going to use a D6 for this one because you're only doing 2 cherries and 1 cherry. These might end up still being more than some of these. We'll see. Oh, any cherries or the 2 and any is $1. And the one cherry is $2. That's funny. I know that's kind of backwards and silly, but I wanted to use the dice, so that's what we'll do. And we're going to call this one fruit. And how many times are we going to play fruit? Let's see. We're going to play 6 times, you guys. 6 times. Whew! This could get expensive. All right, let's get going. So we don't have anything. I'm going to pick them all up. I can roll 4 times, remember? Okay, so we've got 2 cherries. I've got 2 rolls left. Okay, so that's my rolls. So for the first one, I got $1. That's it. We're saving $1. Let's go. 4 rolls. We're going to save 1 cherry. Okay, so that's 2 rolls. Nothing there. No other cherry. So we're going to save $2. So that was our second one. And we're playing 6 times. So 4 rolls. I'm going to re-roll everything. So that one's nothing. Ooh, we got 2 of the diamonds. We got the diamonds. So that's $5. And we don't need to re-roll anymore. So that's 3 rolls. All right, here we go. So we've got nothing on that roll. I'm going to go ahead and roll again. We've got a cherry. So I'm going to keep that. That was 2 rolls. We've got 2 cherries. 1 roll left. And it's funny because by saving the cherries, I actually went down, right? If I wouldn't have done the dice right there, it would have made sense for that to be $1 and that to be 2, but we did the dice, so it's all good. So we've got 4 rolls, so we have 2 oranges. So we're going to go ahead and we've got 3 more rolls to try to get an orange. That's a cherry. Do we save the cherry and save $2? Nah. Okay, so every roll is $1, so we're going to save $1 for that. All right, let's see what we can do, you guys. Ooh, we got 2 plums, and we've got 3 rolls left. Okay, can we do it? Another thought. Oh, no, we didn't do it. So any roll is $1. So not a huge money maker there. We've got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's make sure we've got $11 here. And we're going to go ahead and do a bill exchange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus 5 is 11. Plus 5 is 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So we just did a bill exchange for that. And I feel like we should probably bill exchange that 50 with these back here. Let's go ahead and do that. And we've got that 50 in our pile. So this is from Drew at Ready Budget Go. You get a card that has dollar amounts on it. You get the dice, and then you get this one that you can fill in. So just something a little bit different that we haven't done for a while. Now we're going to go ahead and jump into Taco Tuesday. So Taco Tuesday is another one that I've been working on for quite some time. I still have several cards to go. And of course, I have not been working on this as long as Mr. Snow Gardener had his. Let's go ahead and grab out a couple markers. I feel like I want a yellow and a green one in this, so we can color in a few of these. And I think, oh, I don't have any green, so we're going to do something different because I didn't pull the green. We're going to go ahead and do pink, just because. Make it fun, right? We're going to go ahead and roll the die. And then we're going to go through, and we're going to go through multiple pages, so we'll see how many we're going to do. How many bubbles are we going to color for Taco? 5, okay? And then we'll leave this 5 up here so we can see it. Let's go ahead. Ooh, maybe we will roll a different die. Let's go ahead and roll a D10 because we've got all of these pages to make it through. Why the heck not? So if it lands on a 0, that's 10. So we got 2. So 1, 2. So $10. That is very light. Okay, so $10 being pulled for that one. That's 1 roll. Then we've got 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoo-wee! 30 buckaroos for that one. So 20 and 30. And that's 2. I'm going to do a little tally mark here because I don't want to mess up. Let's go ahead and roll. We got a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. $25. We are going to be saving some good money here. Holy cow. 25. So that's our 3rd roll. I've got my little tally there. Let's go ahead and roll again. And that's a 5. It was a 5, I promise. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So $10 there. save another $10. That was our fourth roll. So one more roll. Let's see what we get. And we got an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Another $25. That's a lot of money there. That's a lot of money in taco. So 10, 15, 25. Whew. And we got a lot of ones still to play with, so don't worry. But look at this stack of cash going into taco today. Amazing. So let's take a look. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80. Yes, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 95, 100. $110 for a taco. Now, of course, you guys, I am doing these bigger numbers and doing more into them because we do have $300 that we want to put towards the mortgage today. So don't let that stress you out when you look at that amount. I have a larger amount, so I'm doing a larger amount. Okay, now we're going to also do something brand new. I've got this deck of cards, says randomizer, draw, and save. And so this is, we're just going to call this random. And I haven't used these at all. I got these from Tracy. I'm pretty sure she sent them to me for free. I do not know if she still has these cards available on her Etsy shop. Feel free to go look. It's Golden Girl Budgets. So we have got our cards here. And we've got money here. Do we just want to pull cards until we're out? I don't know. I say we roll. Let's roll a different die. Let's roll this die. We're going to pull 5 cards. And I hope we have enough money. If we don't have enough money, we're not going to have, I can't even think what I want to say, you guys. We are not going to owe any extra money and we're not going to pull any more money. So if we don't have enough money, we're just going to call it good enough. So we're going to draw 5 cards. So I'm going to draw that one. I'm going to do it really random. Draw that one. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I feel like with this one, once we have drawn the cards, we shouldn't draw them again. So we're going to go from the bottom. So we've got $10. Then we've got $7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. From the bottom, we've got another $7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, you guys, can we make it? And we've got 10. Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I know there's some low cards in here. And we've got another 7. What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We had enough, you guys. We have $2 left over. And I know the perfect thing to finish that up. But let's see, how much did we do with randomizer? 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, $41. So we didn't actually get to play that many games because I picked some larger ones. I was not expecting these to be that big. And last but not least, we have got Star. This is a challenge that I have been using. This is one of my challenges, a Georgette challenge there. Small challenge on the front and the stars on the back. I said they were worth $1 each. And we just happen to have 2 $1 stars left. That's right, everybody. So we can put $2 into Star. Now, I want to make sure that I didn't make any big mistakes on this. So I am going to go ahead and add this up and make sure that this does add up to 300. If it doesn't, I'm not going to fix it right now, but I just want to see if it does, in fact, add up to the amount it should. Look at that. $300 going to the mortgage today. Now I want to show you guys, there are smaller numbers in here. See that? 2, 3, and I think there's some other ones. Oh, I probably shouldn't have that card in there. That's ways to play. It gives you ways to play. You pick. See, there are a lot of smaller numbers in there, and you pick. We just ended up with some big numbers there. So I'm going to go ahead and put these cards away like this because we already drew those cards, so we don't want to draw them again. So $300 is going to the mortgage today. Let's go ahead and add these into our mortgage tracker right now because it is a longer video and we're not in a hurry to get this video done. And it's been a while since I have shared the mortgage total with you guys. And so today is the 23rd as I'm filming this. I am hopeful that you guys are going to get to see this today. So 723. And we're going to go ahead and write these on here. So we've got our HP, that was minus 94. We've got shut the box, and that was minus what? 27 plus 11 plus 4, $42 for shut the box. Then we've got fruit, and fruit was 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, minus 11. Taco, $110. How crazy is that? Then we've got our random, and our random was $41. And then last but not least, we've got our little star that is minus 2. And of course, these are all on the same day. So let's go ahead and take a look. So 110, a 996. Can you guys believe that? Well, I'm so excited to get to the 5 figures. We're almost there. So minus 94. So 110, 902 minus 42. We are going down. And keeping track like this keeps me motivated. Really, the things that I do, the extra things like this are for me. It keeps me with my goal right in front of me. I write in this and keep track of this, if not on a daily basis, at least a couple times a week. So it is right in front of my face, right? And the stuff that you deal with every day is in your face. And so it keeps you motivated. At least it does me. If this right here looks like a nightmare to you, don't do it. Don't do it. But this keeps me motivated. And look at, I can't even math, because we went from 110,996 down to 110,696. Like I said, I can't wait to get to the 99,999, because that is just such an accomplishment. So $300 going into the bank for the mortgage. And also, you guys, we have got $100 in ones going to the bank for our 4 different goals. We've got our G bucks, our D bucks, our B bucks, and our A bucks, $25 to each of those. So all of this cash is going back into the bank. My tellers love me with the cash going in and out, but of course, sometimes I just put them through the ATM. With this many ones, my ATM doesn't like that many ones, so I'll probably go to the bank. That is it for today, you guys. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. And until I see you guys next time, remember to keep on smiling. Bye, everybody.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they ride, Head full of flies, so here come the clouds, They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost, Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.